left, we walked around, we had some gelato. One thing you can always count on in Rome or any part of Italy for that matter is they're gonna have some good gelato. It was Snickers and two other things. The reason why I remember Snickers is because it's got peanuts in it, and for those of you that don't know, for the longest time I was unable to have peanuts as well as most other nuts because of my allergy to them. I was kind of just told not to have any nuts anymore, just out of fear in case I had like an anaphylactic shock. In the beginning of this year, I went to finally do a food challenge. Glory to God, I actually passed it. I mean, number one, I'm alive. Number two, I can have and eat all nuts. Well, some in moderation, but thankfully peanuts are not one of them. Flea markets are amazing. On my nan's birthday, we took the FL1 train, get off at the station. By sheer coincidence, there was a flea market just next to the station for the metro where we were to get the B train. Let me tell you, that yellow jumper that you saw me in a few minutes ago, I bought that for like €1. €1. And it's really nice, it's really comfy, and I just love the shade. I got like some bags, I got like a pack of tissues. There was like 10 little like hand amount for guess what? €1. Of course, back that. If you get the chance, definitely add flea markets on the list. I promise you, you will not regret it. The first time we ate in Rome was in the hotel. I just went for a chicken burger with fries. My nana, on the other hand, ordered a margarita pizza. I'm sorry, I think maybe we set our bar too high. Her pizza, she said, was not good at all. The dough was very bland and thing. We never had pizza again. Apart from that, food generally was all right. They really recommended me have a crispy McBacon. I ordered one, just the burger, no deal or anything like that. I took pictures with the McDonald's bag, knowing like, oh my god, I'm gonna try this burger. We ate on the way back and it was so nice. It was good. My only regret is I didn't have it again. Need to have actual food from Italy, not just McDonald's. Following day and the morning after, we had breakfast in the hotel. The breakfast was quite nice. It just standard continental. They also had like loads of stacks of sweets to have as well. On the final day, I did help myself, and I took a whole like bowl of sweets to the room. We kind of just stay there packing, but also snacking on those sweet goods. We didn't eat anything until like around lunchtime to have like a little quote-unquote snack. My nan, she ordered calamari, fried calamari, sorry, and I just got like a pasta. Pasta was good, can't complain. The meat I felt like was from a tin can, but pasta was good. That's the main thing. The pasta was bloody good. And then for dinner, we went to this restaurant that, again, my partner recommended. It was a walk-in only, but the wait time was simply like, it was less than 5 minutes, to be honest. The last day after our breakfast, we didn't eat after until we got to the airport. So we got to the departure section, and then we just sat somewhere to have food. She had a steak and I had, I had another burger with fries. My nan's steak, she ordered medium done. No, she ordered well done actually. They presented her with medium rare. I was very annoyed at that because in my head I'm thinking like, you don't see, this is my nana. What business will she have at her age like having raw meat? I let the waiter know, he took it back. He came back with the plate where the steak was originally on. He took away the steak. That was the only difference in the plate. And then he came back with another plate just to put the steak back on. If you're gonna do something like that, at least don't bring the plate back. I've never seen this. Like, I've never seen this. Not even in my, like, the airport restaurant where I work. I never see this, never. If you don't bring the plate back until it's fully complete. Now going towards my overall experience. It was a good experience. There were some parts that kind of ruined it slightly. My nan fell for this one guy. He came to me randomly. This is like one of the tricks I always like. I've watched a lot about in like the vlog videos, but my nan, of course, she had no idea. He's like, oh, You look so beautiful. You should have my baby. Where are you from? My nan and him start speaking in French because he's from Senegal. This is absolutely no hate to Senegalese people. It appears to be giving us a bunch of free stuff. She goes, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. And I told her after, like, you know he's gonna come back and ask for money. I think she was just so happy in general of being in the Vatican that she didn't like fully realize what was going to happen. The man put the bracelet like on her. He tried to do it to me. I immediately was like, no, thank you. Whilst he was letting us go, I told my nana, woman, he's gonna come back to us. He will come back and ask for money. And she was like, oh no, he won't. Ooh, this one's a tricky one still. Whilst we were walking, I like turn around slightly just to see, and I could see that he's behind us. He's following us from a distance. When he starts to increase his stride, that's when I knew like he's coming back. I'll be honest with you, it wasn't a big deal. He was like, oh, please, don't you have something? La 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 la. And immediately I just gave him everything back. So my nan gave everything back to him. She did. And we just walked off. He was following us for like the next 5 seconds and then went off. When it comes to these like little tricks that they do, just be very careful. I was already like hard set no from the beginning. So when the man came back, it wasn't like I was disappointed or anything. I was just like, there, here you go. Nothing that's that nice comes for free. The only people I actually felt welcomed by and that were more than happy to kind of help us were surprisingly the police and those are all working in the metro stations. They were very, very nice. Even though like, you know, we didn't always understand each other. Hands expressions really help. We are naturally like a very talky with our hands. We talk with our hands a lot. It's a cultural thing on my end, but also in Italy as well. The little Italian that I thought was nothing actually sticks with my mind. Remember when I told you not to let one bad experience kind of ruin the entire experience as a whole? So when we went to the restaurant for my nan's birthday dinner, again, it took about 3 minutes to get seated. We got the menus, we ate the food, it was nice. Within the duration of that, when we sat down, we weren't the last people to sit down, but we were the last people to A, receive the menu, and then B, have someone take the order. It's one section of the restaurant, okay? There were other people that sat down after us, but then the person was taking their order. Not to say that we spent the whole world wasting away looking at the menu, because at some point, like as soon as we finished and we knew what we wanted, I kind of like was looking around trying to find the person, and like he acknowledges me, then won't take my order until like everybody else's order is taken, and then I'm just like kind of confused. I didn't at any point want to make a big deal out of it, because my fear with things like racism is that I say it and then I'm told off because, oh, why do you have to bring race into it? Why is it always about race? Like, I always try to see the flip side of it. We order bread, but it doesn't come as a starter. We ordered the bread to start off with, but it didn't come until we had our mains. It was nice. It was very nice. The tables that did ask for the bread, they had the bread in advance before their main dish. There was like a table to my right, a table of 4. They were from Spain, so they're speaking Spanish. This waiter was talking to them very happily in Spanish, as well as to like other people to my left in English. It's good English. It is good English. Like I really can't say anything more than that. Making sure like, oh, is everything okay? Enjoying the food, la la la. With us, nada en completo. I don't know, I just felt kind of sad. I was just like, is there a reason why we're not being spoken to, but then everyone else is? I don't like to think that I'm I have an unwelcoming face, you know? Maybe a different face to what you see, but I wouldn't say it's unwelcoming. In all the places I've traveled to, I haven't experienced something like that. And it was a bit weird because I did not know how to receive it initially. We both ended up getting a tiramisu to share, which was fine. Like, again, it was nice. She tried a tiramisu, it was good as well. Her salmon main was good. Again, I have that background working in restaurants, and you know, it can impact your level of service, but at the same time as other people, he was so quick to come and go from our table. I did not even want to try having a conversation with him in Spanish, because would that have really made a difference? Again, my priority was my nana's birthday. Like, I wanted her to feel special. I wanted her to like experience, you know, being in Rome and going to see all these nice places and Rome at night. She probably would not notice anything like this. Like, she personally, she doesn't care. She's come here from Congo. Like, she's seen war, she's seen many adversities. So of course something like that would not impact her as much as say it would impact me, someone that's born here, that's kind of like dealt with this in some way and another growing up, being around, you know, predominantly white and South Asian people. I would say just be wary if you're a bit too different. Whilst it's not a nice thing to have happened, these things can and do happen. You know, just because I don't share like that side of traveling does not mean that I have not experienced something like it. In this context, I've never experienced this kind of treatment in all the countries, well, in the few countries I will say that I've gone to, especially in Turkey, where I thought that, you know, people of my skin tone would be more likely than not to experience racial discrimination. In the places that I've gone to, at least like in Istanbul, because for those of you that don't know, we used to have an apartment in West Istanbul. It's kind of like half country, half suburban-ish. Everything is like, you're better off with a taxi or car. Even in a place like Western Istanbul, going to a local restaurant, very nice, so nice. The most nicest people. Now I see it is not really a big deal because this was one incident with one person, reflective of one person, not like, you know, everybody in Rome, everybody in Italy. I was even kind of happy to leave because of that experience, but after that it's just like, you know what, I lived the best moments there fully with the person that I love and admire and have a lot of respect for. She really enjoyed herself, so that was my main priority, and I'm not gonna let something like this take away from the experience that I kind of blessed my nana with. And she shared with me, like, you know, all of her traveling that she did whilst in the army. She stayed in a number of US states as well. Just kind of want to add that when we came to Rome, we came with like only hand luggage, but on the way back I added an extra hand luggage because of one of the bags that I bought. It was too big to fit into either of the carrier bags that we took. Be ready for that to happen. Make sure you have like a little extra in terms of funds, just in case you find yourself having to, you know, spend on something like that. In terms of the flight going back, I next time will probably stick to early flights. I intentionally booked this flight for 8 o'clock in the evening. I think it was 8:50. And we got back to Gatwick at around 11 o'clock, just before. We ended up spending extra again just to stay in the hotel because the checkout time is 12 and our flight's not until 8, so we didn't want to leave yet. We spent most of it sleeping. But for next time, personal experience, mind you, this is the first time that I got like a late flight to go back to England. I think it'll probably be the last time. So we didn't really have to do much because of my nan's sort of like preferences and tastes and things. Got through all of it, so I didn't really see the point in using the extra day to go again into centre. If you're solo traveling and you have a late flight, make sure it kind of works to fit in still with your itinerary, unless you want to have that like last couple of hours just to catch up on sleep or sit down or something like that, watch something. Itinerary. It is importantissimo. You have a plan of things that you're going to do, even if you're going on a whim. I went to Barcelona last year on a pure whim, but I had a plan. It doesn't have to be like time specific. You have to be open for change. You have to be open for certain circumstances to happen or to not happen. For example, my plan was for us on the last day to go to the Vatican, but we ended up doing it on the second day. Hence why we already did everything that needed to be done before going to the Vatican. We got to spend more time in the Vatican whilst it was sunny, whilst we were both out there, you know, at the prime of the heat, you know. Also, if you can, like, leave a couple of gaps someplace in the itinerary itinerary, just, you know, for things to happen. This has been me talking for years and years and years and years. Face made. I have about half an hour. Before I go, let's just see how my edges are sleeping. So whilst off camera, I finish my makeup, I also do my edges. I think I'm just gonna leave my hair like this. Let it be ugly. Mama. Like, for me, the biggest concern is always like this one, because this one is shiny. This looks nice. I like these edges because using the same edge control that I used by Red One, this is the first edge control that actually slicks down my edges and it stays. Yes, in Rome. And also a lovely trick, if I didn't show you there, I'll tell you now. To the girlies trying to keep the edges slick but have 4C hair like me, before you put your edge control, spray some water, or like even dab some water like around your edges. It kind of softens your hair, like in the same way that, you know, you wash your hair to have it softer. Dump some water on your hair, or spray some water on your hair. Spray water on the brush before you slick up some edge control, and then do it, because then it just makes it so much smoother process, and then it will stay for longer. Like, I'm hoping this is gonna stay for the rest of the day. But the thing is, I'm gonna go on whatchamacallit, I'm gonna go on the underground. I was about to call it a metro. No, it's okay, I can call it an underground again. I'm just gonna tie it up. I'm just gonna put it up in a bun. What I'm gonna do is just wrap this around here. And very kindly thank you everybody for watching this video. I hope you learned something new about Rome. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed seeing my face after a very long time. Or what feels like forever, at least. Maybe I will keep it like this, because then you can always see my face, which is like, if you enjoy this video, please feel free to like, share and subscribe for more vlog style content from this channel. If you want to comment anything, whether you enjoy the video, whether I can improve on the video, what you'd like to see more of. I can't really give you a specific sort of schedule time for when I'm gonna video, but I will video again. Okay, if not this month, then some point next month. See you in the next video. Bye.